Well, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from July 5th, 2019. And they were still in Queens, New York, at the Melrose Ballroom, as I say. We have commentators Don Callis and Josh Matthews, and this was the actual Go Home Show edition for Slammiversary 17, excuse me. And I apologize for not being able to do this review of the show, and I also want to apologize for not doing the preview where it pertains to Slammiversary because I've been working all week. Basically, the schedule I chose to get a Sunday off just to watch Slammiversary is one of the reasons why I never got a chance to do a preview. I should have done a preview a time ahead, but I wasn't thinking of it through. But yeah, but I've been working all day, all week and everything. No days off basically. It felt like I had no days off. During my time working because it was the 4th of July coming up, and it was a big deal for my job. So it pertains to 4th of July, like it always is every year. But so yeah, I apologize for I didn't get to do a preview of it. So instead of doing the preview of it, when I get the opportunity to do the review of Slammiversary, it will be just that only, just a review and nothing to it. But let's talk about what happened on this show. Let me first pull it up here. Okay, here we go. So we had the North. I'm assuming it was no. I'm sorry. That was basically they're recapping what happened last week. All right, so the show opened up with TJP versus Ace Austin, a rematch, where it pertains to Ace Austin, saying that TJP beat him 2 weeks ago of a fluke and everything, and basically making an excuse of why he lost to TJP. So they had another match here. This time it was longer than the match they had before, and it was a good match. And then in the end, basically we see some cool elevating moves. I love TJP and Ace Austin, especially something new out of TJP, where it takes to him being a technical wrestler, with some technical submission holds. So in the end, it was TJP with the knee bar onto Ace Austin. Ace Austin taps out, and your winner is TJP. And then he's on to go to Slammiversary. And I'll get to that when I do the review of it. We got a promo video package to promote Brian Cage versus Michael Elgin for the Impact World Championship. That's going to be at Slammiversary 17. And I'll get to that review when I get to the Slammiversary review. So there you go. Mr. Santos was backstage with Johnny B. Trash and Johnny E. Bravo. Now, I didn't get to mention this the last time I did the review of potential Johnny B. Trash and Johnny E. Bravo. But the whole thing with Johnny E. Bravo was talking to a fellow staff members of Impact Wrestling, saying how Johnny E. Bravo, this is coming from Johnny E. Bravo, saying that what pertains to Johnny B. Trash, that Johnny B. Trash completes him. Let that sink in for you folks. Because I didn't get to mention this last time. Because I, to be honest with you, I completely forgot that he said that. Until I was, I'm trying to remember, it was either on the Asylum. Yeah, I believe it was on the Asylum while I went back to watch the live reaction of it. The one that I didn't get to show up on, because I was working, obviously. But, where I heard it, from there, that Johnny E. Bravo said that Johnny B. Trash completes him. And I said to myself at the time, like, now I know the reference of Johnny B. Trash, what he was saying about the whole thing of, peanut butter and Johnny. Obviously, he was referencing to Ty Valkyrie, what pertains to those two, whatever. But this took on a whole new meaning now, what pertains to Johnny E. Bravo saying that Johnny B. Trash completes him. Now it's all about Peanut Bravo and Johnny sandwich between these two. Yeah, so it's Peanut Bravo and Johnny. That's what it is. But anyways, they for this episode of Impact Wrestling, they cut a promo. Well, basically, like they're supposed to be the Makeup Powers, but they call themselves Team Johnny, I think. No, more like Tom, more like Team Be Trash, or if they're going for a tag team name, I already got it for them. Is Peanut Bravo and Johnny. There you go. But it pertains for the match between Rich Swann and William Mack, which ends up being the main event, and I'll get to that later. But basically, Johnny Bravo had a man bun on, and so did Johnny B. Trash. I'm saying to myself, why you have a man bun on when you got long hair? Where you could just easily make a man bun. Made no sense there. But he was doing, basically Johnny B. Trash was doing some Hogan and Savage vibe promo, and it was just cringe, especially with Johnny Bravo having that man bun on his head. Terrible. Then we get to Jordan Grace making her appearance on that night. She's going to be on commentary with Don Callis and Josh Matthews as she watches Blue Flame, Kiera Hogan versus the Queen Bee, Madison Rayne. Now, at one point, Kiera Hogan was taunting Jordan Grace. At one point, pie faced her. The match itself, it was poorly booked. I couldn't get into it. Namely because the way they just booked it with Jordan Grace being there on commentary, being a distraction to Kiera Hogan a little bit, and Kiera Hogan, trash talking to Jordan Grace. I just didn't like the match. I thought it was a poor booking of a match, and this did not make Kiera look good. Hell, this didn't make Madison Rayne look good. So in the end, Kiera Hogan tried to cheat to win. I think she tried to cheat to win, but Jordan Grace, she was supposed to stop it, but it was a botch there. So yeah, Jordan Grace was too late to get there. What pertains to Kiera Hogan tried to cheat. It was a terrible book of a match, folks. So yeah, the match didn't come across good at all because the booking got in the way. But in the end, Kiera Hogan ends up winning the match with the face to music, which is the fisherman suplex into a bridge, but basically like a swinging neck breaker type of way. But it's but Kiera Hogan wins. At the match, Jordan Grace gets in the ring to confront Kiera Hogan, but Kiera Hogan gets out of the ring. She tries to help Madison Rayne, but Madison Rayne didn't want any help. And there you go. We go backstage and we see the Desi Hit Squad, where Gama Singh is celebrating a toast, what pertains to having a tea with him, and to pull over basically Rahit Rajul. And also the Dina shows up behind in the background. And they took the tea out of the teapot and put in beer instead. And they didn't notice it until they started drinking it. And then they said the Diners and all that. They're responsible for this and all that. They walk off, and then Rohit Raju grabs the tea and it's like not bad. Basically he's testing the beer. I thought that was funny. But it was corny, cheesy, but I thought it was entertaining in a way. Oh yeah, so we go back, and then we go backstage. I'm assuming this was backstage, where Jessica Havoc and Su Young was gonna basically they were staring at each other. Look like they're gonna beat each other up and everything. Father James Mitchell gets in the middle to calm them down and to focus on Rosemary, because Rosemary is to blame for all this and everything. And then the goal is for Monsters Ball at Slammiversary to get the Knockouts Championship title, So there you go. Apparently on Impact Plus, moment of the week was Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy for Slammiversary from June 12th, 2016, which that was a good match. And that was the time when Matt Hardy was broken Matt Hardy. When it was, it's such good shit. That's a real meaning of it's such good shit. Not Vince McMahon's it's such good shit. Because Vince McMahon's it's such good shit sucks. Especially how he treated the whole Broken Matt Hardy character and turned it into Woken Matt Hardy, and there was a fucking joke after that. But anyways, I begin a promo video package where pertains to Sami Callihan and Tessa Blanchard for Slammiversary. And when they show these, it's going to show again at Slammiversary and show that's what it was. But they also do, I understand why they're doing it too on the show as well, because they want to hype up people to watch the pay-per-view. And then once we get to the pay-per-view, it gets you hype up even more. Once you see the promo video package, that after that video package, then we get to the match, and like, yes, about time, yes, now we can get to the match. So yeah, in a way, I kind of understand why they do these type of things, even though he does that too. So. So Gama Singh announces that this is his squad. We got Rohit Raju versus the Riddle Kid, and they were having a good match. And then something happened with the bottom turnbuckle. Well, the bottom. Well, yeah, in a way, in the bottom turnbuckle, but the rope itself. But most likely the turnbuckle. So the Riddle Kid went for a move off the basically springing himself off the bottom rope, right? Go for a cutter. I think it was a cutter he went for. But then, as he did that, the bottom rope snapped off. Like, wow. That was unexpected. But they still continued the match. I mean, in a way, even though they still continued the match, but in a way, it kind of hurt the match a little bit. But it was still a decent match after that. But in the end, it was Rohit Raju again to win over Laredo Kid. Obviously with Gama Singh getting on the apron for the distraction, and then obviously cheat. His squad cheat to win, obviously. But there you go. That was it. But yeah, it didn't hurt the match that much, but it was But I just wish that that didn't happen. But luckily they fixed the ropes after that. Turnbuckle basically they fixed it after that. Which thank God. Because otherwise it would have been the same situation from last time. I remember doing that review. I try to remember what show it was, but last time something like this happened, the entire thing didn't come off, but it was loose at the time, and they didn't even bother fixing it. So, but in this one, they did fix it. This one, so I'll give them props for that one. We get to Moose. Basically, it talks about. Well, first they did it was a video package of Moose and Rob Van Dam for the match for Slammiversary. Where it pertains to Moose, it's going to take out every Legends of ECW. So he calls a promo, and basically says to Rob Van Dam, about he looked up to him as a kid and everything, and where we did ECW, and it's like that was 20 years ago. And he says now this is all about Moose, who's Mr. Impact Wrestling, and RVD, who's always consult the whole effing show, and Mr. Monday Nights and all that, and then Mr. Pay-Per-View, and he's like, you haven't been Mr. Pay-Per-View for a long time, and then he showed a video clip of him beating up on Sabu, and then we go back to Moose, and then he's talking more crap, and then RVD comes in, and they start having a sloppy brawl in the ring, and then get security is breaking it up. And the way how I see it, it was very sloppy, but I find it funny though the way it was done. But yeah, security came out there to break it up, pull apart, and there you go. All right, now we get to a three-way match between the Rascals, Trey, Wentz, and Dez. Winners. Well, actually, the winner of this match, who are basically, or should I say, in a way, the loser of this match will not be at Slammiversary to be in that tag team match for the Impact World Tag Team Championship against, obviously, the North. And also, LAX is going to be in the match too, because at the time, they announced on the show, obviously, they announced there's going to be a three-way tag team match for the Impact World Tag Team Championships because LEX lost the belts to the North at the Bash of the Brewery, which I did a review that before I came up here to do the review for, which again, the Bash of the Brewery for Impact Wrestling was from July 5th, 2019, and I gotta say something about that too, and I said something on there too about things with Josh Matthews about what he said on there. But if you've seen that review, you know what I'm talking about, and I'm not gonna go through this again. But if you didn't know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to that review, and you know what I'm talking about. Change to Josh Matthews, fucking idiot. But anyways, but Trey, Wentz, and Dez Gordon had it, and it was a great match. These guys were they obviously they know Troy so well that they ends up pulling out a very good match, and then in the end, it was Trey who got the one lost here in the match, who got pinned with the double team move, or should I say the finishing double team move by Dez and Wentz that they always do, with Dez doing the backflip moonsault and then Dez pushes him onto the opponent. That move is very sick, and that's the finishing move, and that's what they did on Trey, and that was it. So it will be Wentz and Dez. Wentz and Dez, I meant to say, going to Slammiversary in the tag team match, and not Trey. But yeah, it was a very good match. And I say to myself, why was this not the main event? Why is the main event? It has to be, involving B Trash and Bravo. And I'll get to that later. We see Tessa Blanchard. She arrives at the arena with a baseball bat, and we go to a commercial break. And when Tessa Blanchard was shown with a baseball bat, Josh Matthews literally said on commentary saying, "What's she going to do with that baseball bat?" Or in a way that why she got the baseball bat, whatever. She's got a baseball bat, and what she's going to do with the baseball bat? She's going to start her own women's baseball revolution, or baseball women's revolution. Either way. That's why she got the baseball bat. What do you think she's there for? She's going to beat up Sami Callihan with a baseball bat. So fucking stupid that Josh Matthews said that. Oh, what's she going to do with that baseball bat? Yeah, and same thing with Sami Callihan. What's she going to do with that baseball bat? Can you imagine if Josh Matthews back in, if Josh Matthews was around during WCW's time with Sting there? What's Sting's going to do with that, Sting's trademark baseball bat, right? What's Sting's going to do with that baseball bat? Or could you imagine, forget Josh Matthews. Could you imagine Tony Schiavone saying, oh, what's Sting's going to do with that baseball bat? No, you don't hear him say that because we know what Sting's going to do with that baseball bat. Same with Sami Callihan. We know what Sami Callihan, we know what Sami Callihan's going to do with that baseball bat. Same thing here with Tessa Blanchard, where she got the baseball bat because she's going to retaliate to Sami Callihan for Sami Callihan hitting her with a baseball bat a week ago. And Josh Matthews, and Josh Matthews on commentary saying, "What's she going to do with that baseball bat?" Well, she ain't there to hit a home run. I know one thing, and if she is, hope it's with your head as a target, Josh Matthews. You fucking suck. You're fucking garbage. Anyways, Killer Cross. Sorry about that, folks. That irritated me when Josh Matthews said that. But Killer Cross, he was at a church. He was talking about Eddie Edwards, about last week and everything, about him being at church and all that. And then he says, since the old Eddie Edwards is now dead and the new Eddie Edwards is formed, he's like, he's for being a lonely man now, and that he will pay for his sins on Sunday. And so drinking the cup. On that that they use at church and everything, and you see blood dripping out of him, and at the time I was saying to myself, maybe it's just one of those liquid that that the church want people to drink out of, but no, that was actually blood there. And by the way, I'm assuming based on what last week, what pertains to Killer Cross. Or should I say 2 weeks ago, because it's going to be up very late, folks, because I didn't do it on time. So, because obviously because of my job. My apologies for that again. But Killer Cross, with the minister there, the priest, whoever, wanted Killer Cross to commit his confession or something like that, right? And then Killer Cross he basically in a way kind of threatened the priest, and sure enough, I'm assuming that was supposed to be the priest. or minister or whatever. But yeah, but that was sick though. That was pretty sick. Main event time now is Pina Bravo and Johnny versus Willie Mack and Rich Swann, and this was the main event. And I was dozing off in this main event because of the offense of Johnny E. Bravo, and would Johnny be trash as well. Rich Swann, Willie Mack, it's not their fault. I'm not gonna blame. Half of it is it's Impact and Bravo's fault, or should I be trash and Bravo's fault. Half of it is their fault, but I fully blame Impact Wrestling for booking this match in the first place, for being the main event of a go-home show of Impact Wrestling's Slammiversary 17. Are you fucking kidding me? Rich Swann and Willie Mack wins. Good that they won, but this match was not main event material. It sucked. But to end the show, you have, and some good validation of the show ending. Sami Callihan, Jay Chris I believe on top of the roof. I'm assuming on top of the building of Impact Wrestling, having a party, right? You know, and then Dave Chris was tossed onto the table where there was a lot of good food and all that, and Tessa Blanchard there, with a baseball bat and everything, hits Jake Chris with it, and then Sami Callihan ducks the baseball bat or something like that, and then they both start fighting. Tessa gets the better of Sami, and then Jake Chris recovers to hold Tessa. Sami gets some shots with his fist into the gut of Tessa. Tessa low blows Jake Chris. They have a clash of baseball bats in their hands between Callihan and Blanchard, and Tessa got the best of it, and then it went off the air, and that was it. There was no conclusion after that. So I guess Tessa may have let him live until Slammiversary. So, and that was the show. Talking about wrestling for the Go Home show for Slammiversary 17 for this Impact Wrestling show from July 5th, 2019. I believe it was 4 matches. No, actually, 3 matches. I'm 5 matches. Excuse me, 5 matches. Let me just double check though. TJP versus Ace Austin, Kier Hogan versus Madison Rain, Laredo Kid versus Rohit Rajul. The Rascals wrestling each other, and the tag team match with main event, which I thought was trash in a way. And again, not because of Swann and Mac. I'm just saying, they were fine. Be trash and Bravo, not so fine. But yeah, 5 matches though. And my overall strength for the show, 6.5 out of 10. This would have been an 8 out of 10 show for me if it wasn't for that main event debacle, trash of a match. Just saying. And again, not because of Rich Swann, not because of Willie Mack. It's because of Johnny B. Trash and Johnny E. Bravo. Pina Bravo, excuse me, Pina Bravo and Johnny. There you go. Alright, being said, folks, thank you all for watching. For It's a Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets. For this was your Impact Wrestling review, the Slammiversary 17 Go Home Show edition.